Shut up and sit down.
And now, streaming live from the sunny Southern California coast, this is Options Uncensored.
Hey everybody, I'm Steve. Welcome to Options Uncensored. We're making real option trades in real time together. Let's get right into it. First things first, make sure you have your brokerage account open so you can follow along. Have your YouTube video quality set as high as possible. That way you can read the numbers a whole lot easier. Have a calculator on hand so we can do some easy math. If you have a question or a stock you want to go over together live, leave it in the comment section below. And finally, remember, this is not financial advice. This is all for entertainment purposes only. All right, welcome everybody. Happy Wednesday. Let's look at our open positions. First one up here is a T-bill auction that's happening tomorrow, so just ignore that one. We have a March expiration short call spread on a semiconductor ETF trying to get to 27. This one is moving up big time today again because of some earnings reports. XBI, we rolled once or twice now, so we're trying to get to 27. Same thing, we've got some work to do on this one. Our Morgan Stanley short put may actually fill today. We're trying to get to 34. Right now, Mark is at 35, bids at 34, so this could get filled actually during the show even. Our Delta short put for February, trying to get to 16. Mark's at 23. Delta's doing good today, so maybe that'll fill as well. And finally, XHB. This is the home builder ETF, trying to get to 25. Our bid's at 25, so maybe this one will fill today as well. Getting close on a lot of these. We don't have a lot of positions open anymore, so let's see what new opportunities we have today. All right, first up, Netflix post-earnings move. NFLX. See how they did. A lot of subs, okay? Good news from Netflix. Up 13% today. Earnings were yesterday after the close. We'll probably get some upgrades today and tomorrow as well. Maintains buy on Netflix. Raises price target to $5.70. So overall, a good quarter. Let's take a look. So they're not at all-time highs. So let's see where resistance could possibly hit. Anywhere around 570 is the first spot right here. Back in September of 21, next spot for resistance is back here in December of 21 at 583. So if we want to sell the call side, just sell the call spread, those are our spots for resistance. Next up after that is here from November and around 620 back in October of 21. So let's keep that in mind. Let's take a look at the call side for March expiration. On the call side, if we sold the 615 and bought the 620, let's do the math on that one. 605 minus 537 divided by 2 divided by 500, that's 6.8% right there. Let's look at where's 615 on the chart. 615 is right about here. I think for this one, what I would do is I would wait a day or two to see if there are any upgrades post earnings either tomorrow or Friday. So we'll put Netflix on the list to follow up with. We'll see what happens over the next couple days. It will lose some volatility, but if it keeps moving to the upside on more positive news, we can then look at selling the call side because we got resistance coming up here, here, and here. Okay? What about the put side? If you sold the 500 and bought the 495, 472 minus 402 divided by 2 divided by 500, that's 7% there. So actually there's a little bit of put skew. Not by much, but a little bit. 500 on the chart. 500 is right here. So that would lot of good support here at 500 anyway. So if this sold off, you get a good bounce around 500 anyway. Same thing, let's wait a couple days to see how this one plays out, all right? Next is TXN. Earnings report, semi, right? Yeah, semiconductor. Earnings down close to 3%. Maintains hold. Not much movement in the past 2 years. On the put side for March, if you sold the 155 and bought the 150, liquidity's okay on this one. Not a lot of volume, but it's okay. 119 minus 68 divided by 2 divided by 500, 5% there. I wouldn't sell the put straight out here. Call side. If you sold 185 and bought 190, that's 95 minus 49 divided by 2 divided by 500, 4.6% there. So that one's not that great. I would pass on the call side. The put side's okay, and I would do a put spread. I'd sell the 155 and buy the 150. Where's 155? 155's down here. This seems very fair. It'll catch a good bounce. There's support right here around 155. Interesting. I'll mark it, come back later maybe. Next up will be AT&T. I think we had Verizon's earnings yesterday. We got AT&T today. So down almost 3%. Take a look at the chart. Not bad. Not good. The momentum is to the downside, so keep that in mind. We have the 200-day around 16, and support here, here, here. All the way down, you get support for bounces. On the put side for AT&T, pass. You'd have to sell a 15 and you don't get paid for it. Call side, same thing. Skip AT&T. Next, ABT. Abbott Labs post earnings down 3%. Yes, today before the open. It's probably going to be a pass. Put side, good liquidity here. You'd have to sell 100. You don't get paid for it. Call side, skip the call side. Moving on. Good liquidity though on that one. PGR, Progressive, up 5% post earnings. You can tell right away this will be a pass. We'd have to sell the 195 on the call side. It's got a 20-cent spread. Low volume, and you'd have to buy the 200 to cover. And look at the spread here. It's 20, 130. This will never get filled. And even if it does, it's going to be hard to manage. Okay, that was easy. Next, Freeport McMoran, FCX, post earnings up 6%. Low volatility here. So that's not good for selling. Okay. We'll take a look really quick, but I don't think there'll be anything to do here. Call side, you'd want to sell 45 and buy 48. Take a look. 46 minus 15 divided by 2 divided by 300, 5% there. That's not great. Put side, if you sold 36, I wouldn't do a put spread. I would just sell the 36. So you get paid 41 bucks. Where's 36 on the chart? 36 is right here. Awfully close. I like the stock a lot. I would have sold puts had it been down, but the fact that it's up 5%, and I don't want to sell the call spread either. So close on this one, but no cigar. Kimberly-Clark, KMB. Very boring stock. This thing's gone nowhere since 2019. Actually, it's gone nowhere since ever. So very low volatility on this one, and it's post-earnings, so there may not be a lot of opportunities. If there are, sell the put side on this one. Yeah, very low volatility. Put side for March, you'd have to sell the 110. You get paid 32 bucks for it, so we'll skip. Avoid the call side. Moving on, General Dynamic, GD. Up 5% today after earnings. It looks like they're at an all-time high right now, so we'll keep that in mind. Call side for March. You'd have to sell 280, but there's nothing to buy to cover, so we'll skip the call side. Put side, is there anything? Nah, skip the put side. Lack of liquidity. Okay? ASML, I think they were up today after earnings, right? Yeah, up 8%. Good for them. When you get these more expensive stock, this is an $842 stock. When you get up here like this, there's a lot less volume, which means a lot less liquidity. So it makes it a lot harder to do anything. And you'd have to move all the way out here to the 910. Actually, we need more strikes. Skip the call side. Put side, you'd have to sell the 750. Not a lot of volume. Too big. Next up, eBay had some layoffs announced at eBay today. Stock is up slightly because of it. Earnings for eBay are February 21st, so we got about a month till then. Maintains equal weight at Wells Fargo. Cutting 9% of their workforce. Scales back from contractors. Okay. Gap Up is already sold off. That makes sense. This one, there's no clear direction. It's just hanging out in no man's land. It could continue its march higher, hitting a lot of resistance at the 200-day and at 43. A lot of resistance here at 42.5. Call side. If you sold 47.5 and bought 50, take 30 minus 13, divided by 2, divided by 250, 3%. Skip the call side. Put side, 37.5 is a little close for comfort. You'd have to do that one. Pass. Next up, let's follow up on Wayfair and 3M. Wayfair's up first, down 3% today. Earnings are a month away. Still have a little bit of low volatility. Here's our chart. Hitting the 200-day again and bouncing. Call side, you'd want to sell 75 and buy 80. It's 188 minus 133 divided by 2 divided by 500, 5% on the call side. On the put side, if you sold 40 and bought, this is Wayfair, right? Yeah, buy the spread. I would sell the 40 by the 35. It's 115 minus 54 divided by 2 divided by 500. 6% on the put side. A lot of put skew. The 40 pays 115 and the 75 pays 189. Okay. This one's interesting. Where's 40 on the chart? 40 is down here. Earnings are a month away. This one's tempting, but I think this ascending trend line is very slow moving. Next stop would be around 44 on the downside. So I don't know. I feel like this one's a trap. Let's move on. 3M. Any downgrades today? Maintain at equal weight. Today's the 24th, yeah. Wells maintains at equal weight, so no downgrade there. Look at volatility shoot up. Are these still expensive, maybe? On the put side. For March, the 90's too close. 85 is a little far out to get paid for it. 85 on the chart is where? 85 is right about here. Man. We got to hold on this one. Let's keep watching. If there's continual movement down, say towards 91 or so, then we'll sell some puts around 91. We'll get support from back here. Okay? I'll mark that down. 91 on the downside for 3M. You get there today. Could get there tomorrow. Could get there on Friday. So yeah, gap down after earnings. Blew past the 200-day. Big red day yesterday. Looks like the red is going to continue today. Okay? Let's hold on this one, but we're getting close. If it gets to around 91 today, sell the put side. Selling the 90 or the 85. The 90 is very close. And the 85 will get closer. So maybe sell the 85 if it gets down there. And for me, I like 3M. Look at the dividend. 6% yield on your dividend. Cool. All right. Let's go to our IV rank scanner and we'll sort by volume. IDM still up there. Flat today. Although volatility is coming in, so it's not as pricey as it was. Call side. If you sold 211. Yeah, sell 211 by 216. That's 146 minus 83. Divided by 2, divided by 500, 6% there. That's not bad. Where's 211 on the chart? Seems awfully close. We sold a call spread back on the 15th of November that day and it closed. And then we sold another call spread and it went against us. We sold the 197 about the 200, came back down, made our money. Get back in again on the call side, maybe. Just stuck in this channel here, so it's hard to tell what direction we're going. We'll hold on this one. AMD's on the 30th. We'll check in on them next week. Nvidia's in February 21st, month away. Tesla coming up. today. So we have Tesla earnings after the close today. Let's take a look. TSLA. This will be fun. On the put side, if you sold 170, these are relatively expensive. If you sold 170 and bought 165, that's 246 minus 193 divided by 2 divided by 500, 5%. Nah. Wait till after earnings. Call side. Sell 250 by 255. 390 minus 320 divided by 2 divided by 500, 7% there. So call skew. 70 pays 385. Yeah, call skew on this one. Interesting. So there you go. We'll follow up tomorrow morning on Tesla, see what happens, okay? Amazon on the first. FXI still up there. Tried opening the put on FXI. Man, oh man, we missed it. Skip this one. Baba's coming up. Microsoft on the 30th. Meta on the 1st. I think Meta had an upgrade today. Too close to earnings, though, so we got to hold on and wait for that one, okay? The K-Web is up as well. It's the Chinese Internet ETF. Plug, Neo, SoFi on the 29th. Boeing. Those knuckleheads at Boeing. Their earnings are on the 31st. Hold on till then. Intel, Google, Palantir on the 5th, PayPal on the 7th, Rivian on the 21st. Disney on the 7th. Digital Word because let's look at DWAC. Let's see what we got. It's finally coming back down. Too illiquid on the put side, on the call side. Same thing, too illiquid. We looked at this one. That's why we haven't traded it. Roku is coming up. November, December, January, February 1st-ish. We're probably close to Roku. We'll keep an eye on Roku post-earnings. Upstart has earnings on the 13th. CCJ on the 8th. Let's take a look. CCJ. This one's expensive. 106 times trailing earnings. It's very expensive. Risk's going to be to the downside, I take it. On the put side, if you sold the 39, it's not bad. On the call side, not a lot of room here. The 55 is awfully close, and the 60 is too far out to get paid. Earnings for this expiration right here. Pfizer on the 30th. Horrible. JD. Must be coming up. Earnings for JD are March 7th, actually. We still got time on this one. Market whales and the recent bets on JD.com options. Forward calls. Put skew on this. All right. Here's the chart for JD. This is a China play, so it's up like the rest of them. But overall, not a strong sector. On the call side, if we sold the 29, these are expensive. Sold 29 and buy 31, that's $200 spread. 49 minus 31 though. 49 minus 31 divided by 2 divided by 200, 4.5%. Skip the call side. On the put side, if you sold 19 and bought 16, 19, it's 43 minus 13 divided by 2 divided by 300, 5% there. Where is 19 on the chart? Right about here. This seems fairly priced. There's no deal to be made here. All right, moving on. American Airlines are tomorrow morning before the open. Firm is on the 8th. Did we look at DuPont today? It was on the list. I must have missed that one. Thank you for catching it. List. So Dow DuPont down today, 13%. Let's look at the put side. Earnings are the 6th. So damn, we're a little close. I don't know what the news was. Doesn't matter. Downgrade from BMO. Cuts price target to 72. That seems fair. Too illiquid, too low volume. Close though. Okay. Emerging market ETF. We just got out of that one. Yen, I don't know this one. Not crazy about these levered ETFs. Volume at the 11, that makes sense. Pays 30. On the call side, 23 or 24. Too illiquid. Next up, Shopify. Earnings have to be coming up. Nikola, Lucid, Baidu. Baidu's part of that Chinese gang. February, probably end of February. Let's take a look at Baidu. Earnings are February 21st. We got a month. Got resistance here at 110. We have resistance also at 116. And the next stop is 123. This one's tough. We want to sell the call side, but not yet. We got to wait for it to get up to like 125, 126. And we do have earnings coming up. On the call side, you'd want to sell the 130 by the 135. 202 minus 142. $202 minus 140 divided by 2 divided by 500, 6% on the call side, 130 on the chart. Up here, this makes perfect sense. You're going to get resistance here at the 200 day as well. 128 or so. Interesting. Next up, Ford on the 6th. Rumble. XBEV, no. Zim. Enphase on the 6th. Datadog, when are they on? The 13th? Okay, good. ARM is on the 7th. Next page. Oxy on the 14th. What do we got? Snapchat on the 6th. Square on the 22nd. So we got some time here. SQ. Block. No, there's no clear direction. We had this big move up. It's already come back in, and now it's kind of just moving back and forth. Volatility's low on this one too. Skip this one. ADM. How are they looking? Any news yet on their CFO? Earnings on the 25th. Okay, cool. So tomorrow morning they'll have earnings. Hopefully we'll get some clarification on what happened with their CFO. And then we can make a move after earnings. Look at that. Let's look at the January 26th expiration. Not as expensive as I thought they'd be. A lot of this news is already priced in. The February expiration. Nah. All right. Let's move on. IBM today after the close. DraftKings on the 2nd. Newmont is coming up on the 22nd. Wonder why this is on the list. NEM. Not a lot of news. Let's look at the put side for Newmont. $31. Put side for Newmont. Let's check it out for March. If you sold the 30, but these aren't expensive. Too low IV. Next. Barrick Gold. Western Digital, we already looked at that one, right? Earnings are the 25th. That's tomorrow after the close. We'll follow up. Las Vegas Sands today after the close. I've traded that one before. That one's fun. Chevron on the 2nd. iRobot. IRBT. Let's check it out. Woo-hoo. Well, earnings are on the 13th. A lot of movement recently. Goofy. On the put side, You have to go all the way out to the 6. Jesus. Liquidity's not great here. The 10 strike is okay. Hardly any volume. A lot of volume at the 9, but the 30-cent spread is concerning. What a mess. On the call side, to sell 30 and buy 35 to a liquid. We've got a 50-cent spread here. Low volume. Moving on. Bristol Myers on the 2nd. Good. Had a lot of acquisitions in December, so I'm hoping for a good report on them. Boyle. Robin Hood on the 13th. CVS on the 7th. Okay. Qualcomm on the 31st. Win. It's probably coming up any day now. WYNN. Earnings on the 7th, so a couple weeks out. Up 3% today. No news. Got this descending channel, so you can make the case for selling the call side. We're getting close to the 200-day. And we have resistance here from back in June of 23 and some more resistance up here. Call side's not bad. Liquidity's not bad either. If you sold 110 and bought 115, what do you get? 86 minus 42? 86 minus 42 divided by 2, divided by 500, 4% there. If you went closer and sold the 105, just know that is awfully close for comfort. The 170 minus 86 divided by 2, divided by 500, 8% there. Where's 105 on the chart? And no earnings are coming up in the mix. 105 is right here. That's not unreasonable. This is not bad. Call side, selling the 105. This one seems very fair. $0.06 spread at the 105. 5-cent spread here at the 110. The 105 is awfully close, but you're getting paid 8%. That's why you're getting paid to take that risk. Something to consider. Let's come back. Okie dokie, next. Starbucks on the 30th. Spotify on the 6th. Sunrun. Moderna. Let's check them out. mRNA. Yes, we have elevated volatility. Earnings are on the 22nd, so we've got about a month away. Here's our chart. Interesting. This thing could be making a comeback. Interesting. I don't care much for these dumb chart patterns, but you do have a reverse head and shoulders. So shoulder, head, shoulder. On the put side for March, if you sold 80, does this one have a dividend or no? No. If you sold 80 and bought the 75, what do you got? 103 minus 60 divided by 2 divided by 500, 4.3% there. If you sold the 85 and bought the 80, that's 172 minus 103 divided by 2 divided by 500, 7% there. 85 is a little close. Where's 85 on the chart? 85 is right about here. And remember, earnings are coming up in about a month. A lot of opportunities. None of them are ideal, you know. UNG. Let's look at a couple more. Coca-Cola on the 13th. Let's take a look at Coca-Cola. Woohoo! I can see why. Earnings are on the 13th. Here's your chart. On the put side, if you sold 55, you don't get paid for it. On the call side, same thing. Skip Coca-Cola. Let's take a look at one more scanner and then call it for today. All right. Go to volatility. Look at the 90-day. Abercrombie and Fitch. A&F, let's check it out. They have earnings on the 28th, and the scanner's correct. These are crazy expensive. Look at this. The 80's paying 165. Wow. Let's look at the chart here. What the hell? This is Abercrombie and Fitch, right? Or is this Nvidia's chart? What the hell is going on with Abercrombie and Fitch? Look at the weekly here. Okay. Abercrombie and Fitch is at an all-time high. Okay. So. Call side. If you sold 130 and bought 135, not a lot of volume here, so that's kind of annoying. The call side pays 237, the put side pays 165, so there's a lot of call skew for obvious reasons. 237 minus 177, 235 minus 177 divided by 2 divided by 500. Almost 6% for Abercrombie and Fitch. Where's 130 on the chart? Way up here. Fascinating Abercrombie and Fitch. Let's 30. This one's mind-boggling. Huh. Earnings are on the 28th. Okay. February. Huh. These are very expensive, but yeah, kind of speechless on this one. Let's move on. Very interesting, Abercrombie & Fitch. Okay, next, Capri. CPRI. Earnings are the 8th. We're a little close on that one. No volume. Let's skip. We already looked at that one. APP. Not liquid. Next. JD, we already looked at. No. Albertson. Riley. iRobot, we already looked at. Let's take a look at Riley. Earnings on the 28th. Got a month. Here's our chart. Not looking so good. These are very expensive. For the put side, you'd have to go out to 7, 5. A lot of open interest, but not very liquid. On the call side, not a lot of volume, too illiquid, but these are very expensive. Snapchat, maybe. Let's take a look at Snapchat, then we'll call it for today. Earnings for Snapchat are on the 6th. We're too close for earnings. Let's go back to Win really quick. Earnings are on the 7th for Win. Let's take a look at Texas Instruments TXN one more time. Nah. All right, that'll be it for today. Morgan Stanley may fill any second now. The bid ask is 34.35. Woohoo. Cool. I think that'll do it for today. Morgan Stanley will probably close in the next couple minutes. So if you were into that one, congratulations. We made our money. 30. What do we get? This was just a short put. It's making 34 bucks. We'll go over it tomorrow morning. Okay? Anything else? That'll be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in every morning at 7:15 a.m. on the West Coast, 10:15 a.m. on the East Coast. We go live every morning, trading options. Also tell your friends who are trading to like and subscribe as well. We can all trade options together. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow morning.